Emma, quick question. If I say, what do you want to do tonight? What did I just say?
Okay, to me, that was crystal clear. You said, what do you want to do tonight? But if I imagine myself as an English learner hearing that for the first time, I would have no idea. It sounds like one long, blurry word.
Exactly. And that is exactly what today's episode is about. Welcome back to English Sprout TV. I'm Alex.
And I'm Emma. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on one of the biggest reasons advanced learners still struggle to understand native speakers. It's not your vocabulary. It's not your grammar. It's the way we connect words.
By the end of this episode, you're going to understand why English sounds so fast, how native speakers link their words together, and most importantly, you're going to start sounding more natural yourself. So grab your headphones, maybe a notebook, and let's get started. English Sprout TV. Real English, real conversations, real progress.
Okay, Alex, let's set the scene. Imagine this. You've been studying English for 3, maybe 4 years. You know your tenses, you have a solid vocabulary, you can read a news article without too much trouble. Then you turn on a Netflix show or you sit down at a cafe in London, and suddenly you understand almost nothing.
It is so frustrating, and I think every learner has been there. You start to think, did I waste all that time studying? Is my English actually terrible?
No, your English is not terrible. The problem is that textbooks teach you English as a series of separate perfect words. But in real life, we don't speak in separate words. We speak in streams of sound. Words bump into each other, they merge, they disappear, they transform.
Think of it like this. If textbook English is a row of neatly spaced bricks, real spoken English is a poured concrete wall. The boundaries between the bricks are still there, but you can't see them anymore.
I love that image. And today, we're going to teach you how to see, or rather hear, those boundaries again. We're going to look at 4 major techniques native speakers use to connect words. And here's the best part. Once you know these techniques, you can start using them yourself. Your English will sound smoother, more natural, and yes, faster.
Before we dive in, let's be clear about our goal today. We're not teaching you to mumble. We're teaching you to sound natural. There is a big difference. Natural, connected speech is clear, it's musical, it has rhythm. Mumbling is just lazy. So everything we teach you today is about controlled connection, not lazy speech.
Perfect. Let's get into technique number 1.
Technique number 1 is called linking, and honestly, this is the foundation of everything else. Linking simply means that when one word ends in a consonant sound and the next word begins with a vowel sound, we push them together. We don't pause, we don't take a breath, we glide straight through.
Let's hear it. Alex, give us a simple sentence.
Okay, written down, this is pick up an apple. But when I say it naturally, listen carefully. Pick up an apple. Pick up an apple. It almost sounds like one word. Pick up an apple.
Pick up an apple. That's the textbook version, but native speakers say, pick up an apple. The K at the end of pick flows directly into the U of up. The P at the end of up flows into the A of an, and the N at the end of an flows into the A of apple.
It's like a train. Each carriage is a separate word, but they're all connected. You don't stop between carriages.
Exactly. Let's do another one. How about turn off the lights?
Natural speed. Turn off the lights. Turn off the. The N at the end of turn connects to the O of off. The F at the end of off connects to the TH of the.
Now, here's a really important detail. When we link, the consonant at the end of the first word often sounds like it belongs to the second word. So turn off can sound a little bit like turn off. Not exactly, but close.
Let's do a few rapid-fire examples. I'll say the natural version and you try to catch the linking. Ready?
Ready.
Can I have a cup of coffee?
Can I have a cup of coffee? Beautiful. The N links to the I, the V links to the A, the P links to the O.
Another one. Call me later.
Call me later. The L flows into the M.
Leave it on the table.
Leave it on the table. The V flows into the I. The N flows into the TH.
Great. Now listeners, here's your first mini challenge. I'm going to say 3 sentences at natural speed. Don't worry about understanding every word yet. Just listen for the links. Where do the words connect? Here we go. Take it easy. Hold on a minute. Check it out.
Okay, let's break those down. Number 1, take it easy. The K flows into the I. Number 2, hold on a minute. The D flows into the O. The N flows into the A. Number 3, check it out. The K flows into the I. The T flows into the OU.
If you got even one of those, fantastic. You're already training your ear. And here's the key insight about linking. It happens every time a consonant meets a vowel between words. Not sometimes, not when we're feeling lazy. Every single time. It's a rule of English rhythm.
So if you want to sound natural, you need to start doing this intentionally. When you practice speaking, don't say, I want an apple. Say, I want an apple. Oh, wait, that's a bad example. I want a new phone. Want a new. 3 links in 4 words.
Good save. Okay, technique number 1, linking. Consonant to vowel. Push them together. Let's move to technique number 2 because this one confuses people even more.
Technique number 2 is called assimilation, and this is where one sound changes to become more like the sound next to it. It's not laziness, it's actually your mouth being efficient. Your tongue, lips, and throat want to move as little as possible between sounds.
The most famous example in English is probably this one, written down, would you like some tea? But when we say it fast, something happens to the D and the Y. Listen, would you like some tea? Woulja. The D and the Y blend together and become a J sound.
This happens all the time. Did you see that? Becomes, did you see that? Could you help me? Becomes, could you help me? The D plus Y combination across a word boundary becomes a J sound.
And there's a mirror version. When you have T plus Y, it becomes a CH sound. Don't you think becomes don't you think. Can't you hear me becomes can't you hear me.
Oh, and S plus Y becomes SH. Bless you becomes blesha. I miss you becomes I missha.
Yes, this is so important. Native speakers aren't saying would you slowly and carefully. Our mouths are physically blending the sounds because it's smoother. Your tongue is already in the position for a Y sound after saying would, so the D naturally becomes a J.
Let's give our listeners some more examples so they can start hearing this everywhere. Alex, hit me with some sentences.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Natural speed, nice to meet ya. The T and the Y become CH.
Let me know what you think.
Let me know what you think. The T and Y become CH again.
I thought you were leaving.
I thought you were leaving. T plus Y equals CH.
Now the D plus Y version. We need your help.
We need your help. Wait, actually, that's a bit different because of the R. Let's stick to cleaner examples. Did you finish?
Did you finish? Perfect. Would you mind?
Would you mind? Great. And S plus Y. I miss your smile.
I miss your smile. The S and Y blend to SH and then the your gets reduced a bit.
Assimilation is one of those things that once you learn it, you hear it everywhere, in songs, in movies, in podcasts. And the beautiful thing is, you don't need to force it. If you practice the phrases slowly and then speed up, your mouth will naturally start assimilating because it's physically easier.
Let's do a quick practice round. Listeners, repeat after me. I'll say the natural version twice. First slow, then normal. Would you? Woulja. Don't you? Don'tcha. Did you? Didja. Nice to meet you. Nice to meetcha. I miss you. I missya.
Great work. Now, assimilation is about sounds changing. Our next technique is about sounds disappearing. And this one makes English sound really fast.
Technique number 3 is elision. That's a fancy word for dropping sounds. Specifically, we often drop the T, D, or H sound at the end or beginning of words when they sit between 2 other sounds.
The most common elision in American English is the dropped T. Think about the phrase next day. If you say it carefully, it's next day, but in conversation, next day. The T disappears completely.
Or last night, it becomes last night. The T is gone. Must be becomes must be. Don't know becomes dunno.
In British English, this happens too, but often the T becomes a glottal stop, a little catch in the throat, instead of disappearing completely. But for today's lesson, let's focus on the American style, since it's what dominates movies and TV.
The dropped D is also huge. Hand me that becomes hand me that. Old man becomes ol' man. Good night becomes goo night.
And then there's the dropped H. This is really common in pronouns. Tell'em becomes tell'em. Giver becomes giver. I saw him becomes I saw him. The H just vanishes because it's a weak sound surrounded by stronger sounds.
Let's put this in context with a full sentence. Here's a natural sentence you might hear in an office. I must have left my keys on the desk.
I must have left my keys on the desk. The H in have disappears. The T in must disappears. Musta.
Another one. What do you think?
What do you think? The T in what disappears. The D and Y assimilate. The H in you is fine, but do reduces to duh or just da. It's like a domino effect.
This is why I always tell learners, if you're trying to understand native speakers by hearing every single letter, you're using the wrong strategy. Native speakers don't say every letter. We say every syllable, sometimes, and even then we compress them.
Let's do a practice sentence together. Listeners, this is a tricky one. Written English, I don't know what to tell you. Natural spoken English, I don't know what to tell ya.
Let's break that monster down. I don't know becomes I don't know. The T drops, the O reduces. What to becomes whata. The T drops, the O reduces. Tell you becomes tell ya. The Y and U weakens. So the whole thing is I don't know what to tell ya.
And yet, every native speaker understands that instantly because we're not listening for words. We're listening for sound patterns. We're listening for rhythm and context.
This is such an important mindset shift. When you start listening for sound patterns instead of individual words, your comprehension is going to explode. You'll go from understanding 40% of a movie to understanding 80%.
Okay, so far we have linking, assimilation, and elision. We have one more technique to cover, and this one is about the secret sauce of English rhythm.
Technique number 4 is weak forms. In English, we have about 30 or 40 very common words that have two pronunciations, a strong form and a weak form. And in connected speech, we almost always use the weak form.
The king of weak forms is the schwa sound, that little sound, It's the most common sound in English, and it's the reason why can and for and to sound completely different in sentences than they do in isolation.
Let's take the word can. In isolation, it's can. Strong, clear, stressed, can. But in a sentence like, I can do it, it becomes can. I can do it. The vowel reduces to a schwa. The word becomes shorter, quieter, less important.
Because in that sentence, the important words are do and it. The grammar word can is just supporting them, so we give it less energy. This is the rhythm of English. Stressed words are loud and clear. Unstressed words are small and fuzzy.
Other classic weak forms, for becomes fur, to becomes ta, you becomes ya, the becomes the before consonants, a becomes a, and becomes n or even just n.
Let's hear a sentence with all of them. Do you want to go for a walk?
Natural speed, do you want to go for a walk? Let's map this out. Do you, dia. The D and Y assimilate slightly. The vowel in do reduces. Want to, wanna, classic reduction. Go for a, go for a. The O in for disappears. Walk stays strong because it's the content word.
So the rhythm is da 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 da. Do you want to go for a walk? The stressed syllables are like drum beats. The unstressed syllables are just filler between the beats.
This is why English is called a stress-timed language. The time between stressed syllables is roughly equal. We squeeze all the weak words in between. Some languages are syllable-timed, where every syllable gets equal time. English is not like that. English is rhythmic. It bounces.
If you want to sound natural, you need to master this bounce. Stress the important words, glide over the grammar words. Let's practice.
I'll say a sentence 3 times. First, flat and robotic, every word equal. Then, with proper stress and weak forms, you decide which one sounds natural. Robotic, I am going to the store to buy some milk. Natural, I'm gonna go to the store to buy some milk.
The second one sounds like a person. The first one sounds like a GPS from 2005.
Exactly. Let's do another. Robotic. Do you want to come with me? Natural. Do you want to come with me?
One more. Robotic. I have got to leave now. Natural. I've got to leave now. Or even, I gotta leave now.
These reductions, gonna, wanna, gotta, dunna, lemme, gimme, they're not slang, they're not bad English. They are the standard, natural, expected pronunciation of spoken English. If you say going to every time instead of gonna, you actually sound less natural, not more proper.
Of course, in formal writing or formal speech, you use the full forms. But in conversation, in podcasts, and movies, reductions are the default.
Okay, let's take everything we've learned and apply it to one real-world dialogue. We're going to show you a conversation between two coworkers. First, the textbook version, then the natural version. See how many techniques you can spot.
Textbook version. What are you going to do after work? Do you want to get something to eat? I heard there is a new restaurant near the station. We could go there and try it.
Now, natural speed. What are you going to do after work? Do you want to get something to eat? I heard there's a new restaurant near the station. We could go there and try it.
Let's count the techniques. What are you? What are ya? Assimilation and reduction. Going to, gonna, weak form. Do you want to, do you wanna, multiple reductions. Something to eat, something to eat. Elision of the G, reduction of to. There and, theirn, linking and reduction.
That one short paragraph had at least 10 connected speech features, and this is normal. This is not fast talking, this is not slang, this is just talking.
So here's your challenge for this week. Pick one Netflix show, one podcast, or one YouTube video with native speakers. Listen for 10 minutes. Don't try to understand every word. Instead, carry a little mental checklist. Did I hear linking? Did I hear assimilation? Did I hear elision? Did I hear weak forms?
When you shift from what did they say to how did they connect those sounds, that is the moment your listening transforms. You stop being a student decoding a foreign language, and you start being a participant in a living, breathing conversation.
And when you start producing these features, when you say I don't know instead of I do not know, when you say let me think instead of let me think, native speakers will unconsciously register you as more fluent, not because your grammar is perfect, but because your rhythm is right.
Let's do a quick recap of today's 4 techniques.
Number 1, linking. When a word ends in a consonant and the next word starts with a vowel, push them together. Pick up an apple.
Number 2, assimilation. When two sounds meet across a word boundary, they blend into a new sound. D plus Y becomes J. T plus Y becomes CH. S plus Y becomes SH. Wouldju, donchu, bless you.
Number 3, elision. Sounds disappear, especially T, D, and H in fast speech. Next day, I don't know, tell him.
Number 4, weak forms and reductions. Grammar words get small. Content words get strong. The schwa sound is your best friend. I'm gonna, do you wanna, I gotta.
If you want to go deeper on any of these, we have a free PDF guide on our website. The link is in the description, with all of today's examples written out, plus 20 more practice sentences.
And we want to hear from you. In the comments, write a sentence using at least 2 of today's techniques. We'll read through them and give feedback. Maybe we'll even feature your sentence in a future episode.
If this episode helped you, hit that like button. It tells YouTube that this content is valuable and it helps other learners find us. And if you haven't already, subscribe to English Sprout TV. We drop new episodes every week designed to take you from textbook English to real-world confidence.
One last thing before we go. Remember, sounding natural is not about being perfect. It's about being comfortable. It's about letting your words flow instead of stacking them like bricks. You've got this.
You've got this. We'll see you in the next episode of English Sprout TV.
Take care, keep practicing, and as always, keep growing. Bye. English Sprout TV. Real English, real conversations, real progress.